Devastating official report that's concluded. Republican former congressman and Trump's first pick for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, he paid over $90,000 for sex, including with a minor, and handed out illicit drug party favors. This is what the House Ethics Committee investigation has found. In fact, it adds that Matt Gaetz made the payments to women for sex while he was a member of Congress. And the bipartisan report says from 2017 to 2020, Representative Gaetz made tens of thousands of dollars in payments to women that the committee determined were likely in connection with sexual activity and/or drug use. The report also found substantial evidence that the Republican used illegal drugs, including cocaine and ecstasy. And in a failed bid to prevent the report's release, Gaetz actually filed a last-minute lawsuit against the ethics panel, saying damage to his reputation and professional standing would be severe and irreversible. Natasha Israni has been tracking all the finer details for us. She joins us live at the moment. Natasha, we know Matt Gaetz admitted last week that he womanized and partied more than he should have back in his 20s. But now ethics investigators have found that he paid numerous women, including a 17-year-old, for sex.
Yeah, also he said that in reference not only to his 20s, but also in his 30s. That's what he said on social media as well, trying to say that, yes, he womanized, but it was never illegal. Now, the House Ethics Committee, though, has found some very damaging details on Matt Gaetz, and he tried to prevent that report from being released. But the Ethics Committee said that it often decides to release such reports, even though he's no longer a member of Congress, in the interest of the public. And the details are pretty damaging. There's report of substantial evidence that Gaetz had sex with a 17-year-old girl at a 2017 party, violating Florida state law on statutory rape. This is one of the biggest things which is holding Matt Gaetz back. And interestingly, the Department of Justice also investigated him on this, but they did not find enough evidence to try and go forward with the investigation when it came to child sex trafficking, that is, including trafficking of women across state lines. So while the Department of Justice under the FBI also had investigations into Matt Gaetz in parallel to the House Ethics Committee also doing their own investigation, those never fruitified into any criminal charges against Gaetz. And that's what he often brings up, that eventually there were no criminal charges against him.
And Natasha, how did Matt Gaetz respond to the release of this report? What are his plans moving forward?
Well, Gaetz has said again that he regrets his partying lifestyle in the past, that he's a changed man now. He's married, and he says he lives a very different lifestyle, quote unquote, according to him. And he remains as ambitious as ever. He's no longer member of Congress, but he plans to be hosting a major television show when the new year starts. He's also indicated that he might run for Marco Rubio's role as senator in Florida, given that Marco Rubio has now been nominated for Secretary of State. So he is going to stay alive in politics and in public life, he says, and that this is not going to stop him from doing that. And interestingly, he has a lot of support also from his wife, who he married a few years ago.
Right. As always, Natasha, thanks so much for joining us with all the details.